I'll start, and you can follow my questions. Big game tomorrow for both teams. Big game for us because we're chasing New Mexico, the only undefeated team in the league, and we've got them at our place. So we need to do what I know we'll do. Come out prepared, compete as hard as we can for 40 minutes. It should be a great crowd. 1 o'clock start, and this has been a team that we've played and we've had some wonderful battles with. They won the last two. We beat them at their place last year. They beat them at our place, and they beat us in the conference tournament. So we know what's at stake, and so do they, and I do believe it should be a wonderful game. So, any questions for Chaser Jamaal?
On that same vein, obviously UNLV is considered your big rival, but can you talk about sort of this growing rivalry with New Mexico? Maybe Jamaal first.
I would say it's a rivalry between New Mexico, UNLV, and all three of us. I'll say UNLV feel the same way about New Mexico and us too. So I think that rivalry is been throughout each other, knowing that we're always the top three normally in this league. But like I said, I consider New Mexico a rival and UNLV a rival. And now in the Mountain West Conference tournament, you got to expect everybody to a rival game because everybody's playing real well now.
I feel the same way as what Jamaal said. I mean, since my freshman year, I mean, New Mexico's been up there with UNLV has been a competitive game to the last 2 minutes, and all the championships have been won, I think, between SDSU and New Mexico. So, yeah, New Mexico is up there with one of the rivals with UNLV, and just hopes it continues.
What does it do when you win on their court and they win on your court? Does that just kind of up the ante?
I think it ups the ante, but it also equals it out because we didn't protect our house and they didn't protect their house. But at the end of the day, they had the upper hand against us because they won in Mountain West Conference tournament.
For either of you guys, Jamaal or Chase, with New Mexico 4-0 in the conference, you guys with 2 losses. Is this a must-win game for you guys to be able to win the conference?
I say every game is a must-win for us. I don't walk into any game saying if we lose this, we still should be cool. So every time I played, even when we lost against Wyoming and lost to UNLV, it's a must-win. So that doesn't take apart. Every game's a must-win.
And Coach, how's Xavier games?
X is better. He played for the first time in a while against Nevada, and after the game and the next day, he was no worse as a result of having played, so that's encouraging. He's done a little bit more in practice, but not participated in everything live. But I would anticipate that he would play, and hopefully he will play a little bit better than he did in the last game. He's working himself back into not worrying about his back. And obviously, we're a better team when he's healthy.
Steve, do they at all kind of hold a little bit of a wild card with being able to play those 2 bigs at the same time, unlike a lot of teams in this league?
They've got 2 bigs that they utilize well when they play them together. And they're pretty effective when they're one out there along with Adams. They're strong. They know how to manipulate footwork and get you on the high side and have a way of getting to the rim. So we'll have our hands full. We'll have to do a good job on how we guard in the low post, how we help from the perimeter, and we've got to make sure that we neutralize a strength. And if they have 2 of them out there together, that will be something that they will probably try to do. At the other end of the floor, they're going to have to guard us with 2 bigs. So we have to make it hard on them when they're defending at our end also.
Jamaal, can you talk about Tony Snell and what he brings to the team? I know you guys played together.
Yeah, that's my brother from another mother, 21 all the way. But he's playing real well this year. He's playing with a lot of confidence. He's shooting the ball real well. And I look forward to playing against him again and just being able to play this rivalry game as we talked about. So it should be real cool.
What does he bring to
He brings a lot of leadership to him now this year. He's bringing a lot of scoring to him this year. Last year, he wasn't the person who was the guy, but this year he's looking at he's the guy this year, and he has to score for him to win, and he has to do the little things to make them win. Instead of last year, just letting the game come to him. I think he's going after it now this year.
And with New Mexico, how different are they with at the way Alex Kirk is playing?
Kirk didn't play last year, back injury, redshirted. As 2 years ago, he was viewed more as a pick and pop player, a guy that spaced the floor, shot the ball well. Now he's a guy that can punish you inside with his size and skill, and he still has the ability to shoot the ball. So he's a big reason why they're 4-0 in the league and 17-2 or whatever they are, 16-2 overall. He's good.
For Jamaal or Chase, before the Wyoming game, Coach said the practices weren't really where he wanted it to be, but after that practices were much better. Do you feel like maybe that could be a turning point in the season?
Definitely. I mean, that's what we needed, a wake-up call on that Wyoming trip. And coming back was a wake-up call for us, and we just needed to come in the lab and just really refocus on what the main goal was, and that was to work hard, listen to when people need to be listened to, and just go out there and not even in the games, even in practice, we have to go out there with 110% focus and effort, and everything else will just take care of itself. Really just being mainly just focused. I mean, for the concepts of the game, and when we go in the beginning of practice with the post and the perimeter, really working on our individual moves with intensity that we'll do in the game, getting shots that we'll get in the game, and shooting the shots how we would get in the game, and just mainly just focusing in and really listening.